that irks me beyond belief is that animation is called a genre, and that genre is so often associated with children. Sure, in the 80s, where animation was just to sell toys to kids, sure, it's for kids, but that just simply isn't the case anymore. I could mention The Simpsons or Beavis and Butthead, Family Guy, but all of those are designed for adults as well. What I would like to look at is more of a film that would fall under the category of kids movie, but is something way so much more than that. The film I refer to is The Lion King. To say that The Lion King is for kids is so incredibly stupid. The Lion King feels more like for adults than it does for children. It has some truly gruesome scenes while being a kids' film. Honestly, the term kids movie just feels demeaning to me. There are films that are designed for kids through and through, like the Minions or just your Disney Junior cartoons. But most films that are for kids are actually family films. They are designed for everyone and have aspects targeted to kids and to adults. This is where most blockbuster animation films lie, and it's where The Lion King stands proudly. The Lion King truly has aspects for everyone. You have characters like Timon and Pumbaa who appeal to kids, but you also have very mature themes about topics like death. But the thing is that there's not one aspect that outshines the other. Just like the ecosystem in Pride Rock, we see in a film, there must exist a balance for the film to work and appeal to everyone. A balance of adult themes and fun kid film shenanigans. But that isn't the end of the discussion because while striking a balance for kids and adults, The Lion King still feels like it's more adult than other family films, and that is what we are here to talk about. As previously mentioned, The Lion King dives deep into the concept of death as one of the film's central themes with the whole circle of life thing. In this film, it is accepted. Everyone will die at some point and go on and give life to another animal. But for that circle to continue, everything needs to be harmonious. For all that to happen, the circle must be protected. The ecosystem must be stable. Everyone is important and must be respected for the circle of life to keep going on, to keep spinning. I find it so interesting that the kings of the savannah are the lions because it's implied that the reason they're at the top of the food chain. That is what makes them king. It would make sense because since they are at the top of the food chain, they have more control over the lesser species and they can protect that circle of life because of it. But even still, for a family movie, the fact that lions are kings because they can kill others easiest, that's so interesting. I always liked that Mufasa said that lions must respect the antelope even though they are the prey of lions. It shows that there's a great balance between being an adult film with lions rolling through their blood and the more rainbow and sunshine approach with the respect of the antelopes. It isn't like the two aspects of the circle of life, one's better than the other, or they're opposing. They simply exist and show off some of the family friendliness and some of the adult themes of the film. Another great example of this film's duality is with Mufasa's death. The fact that we see Mufasa's death on screen, we see him fall to his death, and not only that, we see him run over after that, is dark. But the part of his death which interests me more is what happens afterwards, the repercussions. For a child, they will see that Scar killed Mufasa and think Scar's the bad guy and nothing more of the scene. But for the more critical thinking members of the audience, possibly the more older ones, they might think about Simba and the effect that Mufasa's death would have on a kid. For a child, having your father die right in front of you, that'd be pretty traumatic. But then being convinced you killed your father is even worse for Simba in every single way that you could think of. It is such a dark thing just to think about and can change your whole viewing experience. When Simba doesn't want to return to Pride Rock, it could just be, oh, I like my new life, but it could also be that returning would mean he needs to face the idea that he killed his father and face that again. A indicates Cinda's trauma throughout the movie, although not playing into the idea too much, because that would probably make the film too dark for children, and of course, they can't do that. But the fact that they even mention the idea is once again an example of that brilliant balance of who your audience is. I'm so glad The Lion King chose to be for everyone. I feel like films have gotten much more accepting of just making things darker in films and TV while providing, although yeah, it provides for many great pieces of entertainment, it can also ruin many, I think. I love seeing films that are designed for everyone and being able to really sink my teeth into the themes. Be- you can't do that in most modern films because the themes are just out front and center, but with Lion King, you gotta dive in. And that's what's so special about The Lion King. It isn't just a family film, it is a film that gets better over time. No matter how old you are, on your first watch you may not get the full scope of The Lion King. But over time, with more viewings, as your experiences change, you can see the full picture. The journey to get to the full picture makes getting to see that full picture even better, like we see in The Lion King. But anyways, that's all. That's all I have to say. What do you think about The Lion King? Do you have any thoughts on the film? For me, I rewatched the film the night my grandma died, so I have a pretty deep connection to this film. And if you have one as well, let me know in the comments down below. For today's trivia, what song did Timon and Pumbaa sing before Nala ambushes them? While this film goes complex on its character development, a film which subverts a normal Disney character development, at least for a protagonist, is Kuzco, which I cover plenty in this video. Make sure to subscribe for plenty of other Disney related videos for the 100 years of Disney. Thanks for watching. I have not been able to think of a costume for this video, so I'm just wearing an orange shirt. I've been Fictional Fanatics. Until the next one. Bye.